Mr. Scott,
Yes, sir, Mr. Talley. How are you?
I'm late.
I
I
got
tell you, technology is great, and it's I could not get this thing to boot up. I get all the way booted up, and then it shuts down. and have to start over again. So I apologize for my tardiness.
Yes, sir. Well, we are already up and live. I've got a
Okay, good.
picture of the graphic that
Right.
is on the picture you sent me of the jacket. I have that up on the screen
Yes.
already. So what I'm going to
See
do
that?
is I'm going to take that down, give your face the full screen, and then
Okay.
let you present what you need to. And to those that are students and parents, and we even have some teachers that are on here that have joined us today. Thank you all for logging on. This is Mr. Phil Talley. He is with Jostens, and they are our provider for letter jackets. So he's going to share some information with us and walk us through the process and see how you can get that ordered for our school. Just to make sure that we're clear, I did send this in the email, but to be eligible for a letter jacket, you have to have 2 years of varsity experience in an activity or athletics. So that means if you were in a club or an activity of some sort for 2 years, or if you participated in a varsity level sport for 2 years, then you're eligible as well. So if you are eligible this year, great. If you're going to be eligible next year, this is still good information for you to know, so you can find out what you need to look for, what you can look forward to next year. So, Mr. Talley, we're going to give you the floor and go from there. Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
Thank you, Mr. Scott, and I apologize, students, teachers, and parents. I'm on the road. I'm actually in Yazoo County today, Yazoo City, but I got hooked up. Um, Mr. Scott, are you able to by email share the order form and the price and stuff with the students? Okay.
I
Well,
can.
students, I am going to come by the school tomorrow and drop off some hard copy packets that would be there tomorrow and Friday. Before we're there on Monday, I'll kind of start, I guess, with the end in mind. And that would be the order days. We will be on campus Monday from 11 to 1, and then we'll be back on Tuesday from 11 to 1 next week for you to place your jacket orders. So if you have a pen or a pencil, I'll give you just a second to get it together. You can always email me directly, and I'll email information to you. So I'm gonna give you my email to write it down really quick. It's Phil Phil dot Talley Tally at Jostens JOSTENS.com. So Phil.Talley at jostens.com. You've seen the graphic of the jacket that we've provided in the past for Terry High School, so you see what it looks like. The jacket price is $90. Now that includes, I'm going to use a jacket that I brought in. That includes the letter jacket set up in the way that the school uh, has set up in the picture you saw. The letter is included on the jacket. You don't pay extra for the letter. So the T is on there. And then you have, I got a Zoom meeting going on if you don't mind. Is that okay? And the sport that you're involved in this case, like if this was baseball or if you were in basketball, the basketball is there. That's included in the $90. So your letter jacket with your letter, with your sport on your letter, with the bars, and bars represent it's those slashes that represent. This one doesn't have it on there, but the slashes that represent, you've lettered for 2 years in football, for instance. So that's included in the jacket. And then there's really only three other things that you can add and that adds to the price of your jacket. First, right on the front, right here, and that picture that I have shows you you're having your full name embroidered on the front of the jacket, and that's on that price listing, and it's $15. The only two other things is patches that you put on your sleeve, and then if you put something on the back. So let's look at this sleeve jacket. The sleeve of this jacket actually has a number 2, the jersey number for that player. If they wanted the patch on that sleeve. Patches are $25, and that includes us sewing them on the jacket. So you would add 25. Another popular patch is your graduation year date. If you can see that, that one's 2020 class of, and the picture that I sent you actually has that on there too. We also have the Terry Bulldog that can be put on the sleeve. And you can put other things like you can put QB, LT, left tackle, your positions on there. So that's the kind of things. Now you will have this flyer in that heart, and I can email this, and I actually emailed it to Mr. Scott too. This shows you additional patches that you can put on there. Is that information for that student?
Yeah.
Perfect. And that's the last one, right? Okay, good. Thanks for doing that. Then this flyer has, I know you can't probably see that well. I'm gonna hold it up a little. Yeah, you've got it on the screen there. Like you see the baseball and the baseball cap patch on the top of that. Great, Mr. Scott. Thank you for putting that up. All those are sleeve patches that you can choose to put on there. If a patch has wording included in the $25, is whatever wording. If it says district champs, or if it says varsity golf, or that one right there says district champs, that could just, that could say Terry High School volleyball. So you can change those words. If it has words, then you can change the words. If it does not have words, then there's no word available on that particular one. So those are all patches. They're all $25, no matter what they are. It doesn't change the price. So again, you've got your jacket for $90 that includes your letter and what sport. You might ask, you might have a question though. Say, well, I play football and I play baseball. Well, the football one is always included. See, football is included. If you wanted to add baseball with 2 bars for baseball, that's $5 for not each, but the bars and the baseball would just add $5 to the letter if you wanted to add additional inserts to the letter. So $5 for adding onto your letter, but one sport is included. $15 for the name embroidered if you want your first and last name or whatever. You can put, it doesn't have to be in your name, it can be anything you wanted embroidered there. And then $25 for patches sewn on the sleeve of your jacket. And then the last thing would be the back of the jacket. And this shows you the back of one of the samples that I've got here. Says, it has Central High School Knights. That could say Terry Bulldogs, or it could say Bulldogs and Terry High School. The chenille on the back is any wording that you want. And in the flyer, I'm going to show you this one. It shows you the backs of jackets there, where you put name, and even if you wanted the mascot on the back, then these are more, I know they're kind of far away, but these are the different styles, and it's in that flyer, either that's emailed to you or that's in the packet. And you choose your last name. You choose, as I say, you choose Bulldogs. You can choose Terry High School. Lettering on the back, custom lettering, doesn't matter about how long your name is or how short your name is. It's $40 for that chenille sewn on the back of your jacket. So you may say, well, this is all complicated, but really pretty simple. Your jacket's included with the letter, with an insert. Let's say it's football with 2 bars, all for $90. You add 15 for embroidering your name or whatever. If you wanted to put captain, if you were captain of the football team, or if you chose to not put the class patch and you wanted to embroider class of 2021, still the same thing. That's your choice. Then patches on your sleeve are all $25, and then your name on the back is $40. And we will help you through that whole process when we're there on Monday and Tuesday. We will bring jacket sizers that you will actually try on. Size of jackets go extra small through, believe it or not, 6X, and you'll try the jacket on, and then you can, if you want a little bit bigger jacket and the sleeves are a little long, then you can always alter the sleeve. Say I want the sleeve to be 2 inches shorter. But when you put the jacket on, you'll know what the sleeve length is and know whether you want to shorten it or. And in most cases, you don't do anything. Most cases, they fit perfectly. You just choose extra small through 6X, and so pretty simple. Now let's talk about the payment. Jackets, because they're all custom, they have to be paid in full for us to make the jacket. That means if you order on Monday, I actually send it to the factory Monday to start making it. Jackets take about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks from to actually arrive, but about 6 weeks in the plant. So I'm looking at my phone to count forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 weeks is the third week in January. 8 weeks would be the first week in February. So if you ordered Monday or Tuesday next week and paid in full, by the end of January, 1st of February, your jacket would be back. Now, we also understand you may not have the full amount on Monday or Tuesday, but you say, I still want to order my jacket while you're there. Then the minimum deposit is $25. If you come and fill out a form and we get it all, we size you and do everything, then you'll pay a minimum of $25 to fill out the form. Then we will just send you a statement because we'll ask you for your email and your physical mailing address. We'll mail you a statement with an envelope, and we'll email a statement that you can just pay online. When your jacket is paid in full, we'll order it that day, and you'll look at 6 to 8 weeks for it coming in. So anybody that has their money on Monday and Tuesday, we don't want to penalize and make them wait for 2 weeks for us to order. We're going to order yours on Monday or Tuesday if you pay in full, so you get it back as fast as possible. End of January, 1st of February. If you need more time, we understand. If it takes you a month, if it takes you 2 months, doesn't matter. We'll send you statements. You pay in full. We'll make your jacket, and we'll ship it out in about 6 to 8 weeks. So, any question anybody has?
All right. A couple of things that I'm nobody else is technically on the Zoom. They're all watching the Zoom
Right.
on YouTube,
Okay.
so I'm able to look at YouTube to see. I think their questions are more about who's eligible for a jacket.
Eligible for?
Yeah. So I can that's kind of some school related information that I'll make sure that we clarify. But if you could, I am kind of making a graphic. I'm trying to put together a graphic for so I can make sure that the students know exactly all the prices. I did put them in the chat. I think I had them correct. But if you could go over just one more time with those prices. So the jacket with a single sport and
your letter
and the letter, that's the $90.
$90.
Okay. And then if you have extra patches,
let's just do it to say embroider on the front chest, or just go ahead. You got extra patches in there. Go ahead. Or either way, embroidery on the front is $15, and that's your name. That's class of 2021. That would be Terry High School football. Just whatever you want embroidered on the left. If you do, and if you don't want anything, then of course you don't pay $15.
Got it.
And all sleeve patches, class of, jersey numbers, a sport patch like a football or a football helmet. They're all $25, and that includes sewing them on. So you would just check a patch and you'd put $25. And
jersey
then
number, position.
Yep, position, jersey number, class of, or just sport patches if you wanted a baseball patch or a football patch, or if they're let's kind of get out of the mode of sports. Do y'all have ROTC?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, so we have the custom ROTC patch. So if you say, well, I'm in ROTC too, and I want to get an ROTC patch, and it's in that catalog, the official, the logo for JROTC, and $25 to put that on there.
Okay.
There's
And the name on the back, that was the $40,
Yeah,
right?
the $40 is the name on the back, and the only one, the one that I held the jacket up a little while ago that has the tail, that has that extra word in the tail,
Okay.
that word is $5. So if you get the name with the tail and a word, it's 45. But it's either but there's a lot of selections that are just 40. The one with the tail is 45, and you know um, that's really it. I mean, you could create 1,000 different styles of jackets, but that's still the as complicated as the price.
The price per edition is going to be the same regardless.
Right. If you put a patch on your right sleeve and a patch on your left sleeve, that'll be $25 each. So that would add $50 to your jacket. And then say you got your name on the back was 40, then it would be 90 and 90. You'd have $180. And then which on the form, at the bottom you add your sales tax and stuff on there. But as far as the pricing, that's all there is on the pricing, just the sales tax.
Okay. All right. So as far as ordering, they can pay in full and order Monday or Tuesday.
Yep.
And that date is December.
Let's see. That would be the 14th and the 15th from 11 o'clock until 1 o'clock.
Okay, can pay in full and order Monday or pay a deposit, right?
Or pay a deposit of $25. And of course, you can pay more. You say, well, I want to pay about half of it now and pay the other half, after Christmas, and I'll order it. But the minimum deposit, for you to fill out an order and us go all the process and sizing and all that, you just put down a minimum. And the $25 now, it's not like it's not a sitting fee or something. I mean, it's your first payment. It subtracts off the cost of your jacket. It's just your first payment or your deposit on your jacket. So you could bring 50 or you could bring 100 or it's just a minimum of 25.
Got it.
We're gonna make it so that it doesn't catch anybody off guard. You can kind of come up with $25 by Monday or Tuesday to order.
I like it. Okay. Well, what I will do, students, is I will share this information with the prices. I'll put it on our website. I'll email it to all the students as well. That's how I sent out the link. Our teachers sent out the link is also for people to join. And another thing that I will do is I will send all the documents that you sent me, Mr. Talley. I will send those as far as the order form. I'll share those attachments with them as well, so they can go on and work on piecing together what exact items they want. So we're gonna have Mr. Talley set up Monday and Tuesday. He'll be probably on the stage in the cafeteria. So if you are a hybrid student, you come to school, then just the day that you come, Monday or Tuesday, you can come in and throughout the day and place your order. If you are a virtual student, then what we're going to need you to do is the day that you don't have a test from 11 to 1, whichever day, the day that you don't have a test. If you test Monday, then Tuesday you come. If you test Tuesday, then Monday you come, and then we'll get you in there as well. But just know that for you to come on campus, obviously you do have to we have to take your temperature and all those things like that to make sure that we're squared away on that. All right. Are there any other details you can think of, Mr. Talley?
Well, students, just to help out, you fill out on that order form, because Mr. Scott has sent them out, and you can just print it off. You fill out don't worry about, you need to kind of decide, if you want a class off patch and your jersey number, so you can tell me. I will fill out the form for you. Don't worry about trying to, become an expert on a jacket order form, but do have the top part filled out and write it really neat. Because the reason I want you to do it ahead of time is normally when students do it at school, they tend to be more sloppy and it's harder to read, because we need to get your mailing address so I can send out statements to you if you're going to pay payments. We need to have, we prefer actually a parent email so that the invoice would go to the parent that they could pay online if they like. So you fill out your name, your home mailing address, and email. We prefer it be a parent email, but it can be yours if you can just forward it on to them, and then a phone number. You fill out that part, and then it's our job to fill out everything else. You say I'm in football, and we'll put that on there, and we'll do all that, so you don't have to worry about it. Just make up your mind kind of what you want on your jacket, and we'll take care of that if you'll have your personal information filled out on the order form. And that should be it, Mr. Scott.
Good.
If I gave out my email in the beginning, if they have any question that they would like to do, and if you on that document you want to post my email on there,
okay.
Because if there was some particular, a patch, National Honor Society patch they wanted me to send them a picture of, I could always do that if they just email me.
Got it. Let's see, did have some, okay, so all the just looking through the questions that people have on YouTube, questions were about, they wanted to see pictures again. I'm going to email all those pictures to the students. Also, the design as far as the color scheme is that maroon and gray.
Maroon and gray, yes.
Maroon and gray, so it's the maroon chest and the gray on the sleeve.
Gray sleeves, right.
Gray on the sleeves.
And then it's a combination on the trim, on the sleeve trim, and the bottom trim, and the collar of the jacket.
Absolutely. One of I believe this is one of our parents asked the question for them when they come up and pay, because they're actually paying you. Is it cash only, or is this?
No, good question. I should have said cash, checks, money orders, credit cards. Doesn't matter. Anything. We accept all forms of payment.
If it's a check or a money order, who does it need to be made payable to?
Be made to Jostens. JOSTENS.
And you are able to do credit cards as well, you said.
Right. Credit card, debit cards are fine.
Got it. All right. Able to Jostens. All right. Like I said, the other comments seem to be about some with prices, but they'll get those details whenever we send the email out. So they'll get clarification on all that. The only other thing that I don't think you covered, and it's not necessarily the target of this conversation, somebody did ask the question about class rings. Is that something that you all offer as well?
We actually do offer class rings, so we would be glad if they would like information. We will just email me, and I'll send you all the information on the class ring. Be glad to.
Okay. I will. I'll put that on there. I'm gonna in the email I'm gonna send to all the students. I'm gonna include his email address on it, and I'll even send you a copy of what I'll CC what's going out. So make sure that everything is what you need it to be. But I'll make sure that his address is on it, so you can have his address, and that way, if you need anything, you can get in touch with Mr. Talley. All right. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you, Mr. Talley. If you don't have,
thank you, Mr. Scott. If you need anything, you have my number. Give me a call or shoot me an email, and I'll get you additional information if it comes up.
Thank you, sir. We
Thank
appreciate
you
it so much.